To every senior counting on your next Social Security check, you're in luck, because payments are coming tomorrow. Millions of Americans will see deposits hitting their accounts, bringing relief at a time when every dollar counts. But while that news is exciting, another shocking development has just taken place. At nearly the same moment, Donald Trump signed a stunning new document that no one expected, leaving seniors and lawmakers across the nation asking the same question: what does this really mean for Social Security, our benefits, and the future of retirement security in America? Before we dive deep into this groundbreaking story, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This channel is your #1 source for real-time updates on Social Security news and political developments that directly affect your wallet. Let's start with the bombshell announcement about tomorrow's Social Security payments. The Social Security Administration has just released information that's going to affect millions of Americans across the country. The timing of this couldn't be more crucial, especially with the current economic climate and rising inflation rates that have been putting unprecedented pressure on retirees and beneficiaries. What makes this particular payment update so significant is its unexpected nature. Usually, Social Security payment changes are announced months in advance, but this time, the administration has made an extraordinary move that's catching everyone off guard. The question on everyone's mind is, why now? And more importantly, how will this affect your monthly benefits? The recent economic indicators have played a massive role in this decision. With inflation rates fluctuating and the cost of living continuing to rise, the Social Security Administration has been forced to respond in a way that's never been seen before. This isn't just another routine adjustment, it's a response to the unique economic challenges that Americans are facing right now. Speaking of unprecedented moves, let's talk about the document that former President Trump just signed. This isn't just any ordinary paperwork, it's a document that's sending ripples through both Washington and Wall Street. The timing of this signature, coinciding with the Social Security announcement, has many experts questioning whether there's a connection between these two major events. The document in question addresses several key issues that directly impact Social Security recipients and the future of the program itself. What's particularly interesting is how this document approaches the long-standing concerns about Social Security's sustainability. Trump's signature on this document represents a significant shift in how Social Security might be handled in the coming years. But here's where things get really interesting. The details within this document reveal a carefully crafted plan that few saw coming. It addresses not just current beneficiaries but also looks ahead to future generations. The question is, how will this affect those who are currently receiving benefits, and what does it mean for those who are still years away from retirement? One of the most shocking aspects of this document is its approach to funding Social Security. Traditional methods of ensuring the program's solvency are being challenged, and new proposals are being put forward that could fundamentally change how Social Security is funded. This isn't just about making minor adjustments, it's about potentially restructuring the entire system. The implications of these changes are far-reaching. Consider how this might affect different age groups differently. Those currently receiving benefits might see immediate changes, while younger workers might need to adjust their retirement planning strategies. The document outlines several phases of implementation, each with its own set of challenges and opportunities. Let's break down what tomorrow's payment changes mean for you specifically. The Social Security Administration has introduced a new calculation method that takes into account several factors that weren't previously considered. This new approach aims to better reflect the actual cost of living increases that beneficiaries face in their daily lives. What's particularly noteworthy about these changes is how they account for regional cost differences. For the first time, the administration is acknowledging that living expenses vary significantly across different parts of the country. This could mean that beneficiaries in high-cost areas might see different adjustments compared to those in lower-cost regions. The timing of these announcements has raised eyebrows among financial experts and political analysts alike. Why would such significant changes be announced with such short notice? Some speculate that it's related to recent economic data that hasn't been made public yet, while others suggest it's a response to growing pressure from advocacy groups. Looking at the actual numbers, the changes are more substantial than anyone anticipated. When you factor in the current inflation rate and compare it to the proposed adjustments, it becomes clear that this isn't just a routine cost of living adjustment. This is a fundamental shift in how Social Security benefits are calculated and distributed. But here's where Trump's document comes into play. The former president's signature on this crucial document introduces several new elements that could either complement or complicate these payment changes. The question many are asking is whether these two developments are part of a larger, coordinated effort to address Social Security's long-term challenges. The document signed by Trump includes provisions that address several long-standing issues within the Social Security system. One of the most significant aspects is how it approaches the trust fund's sustainability. For years, experts have warned about the potential depletion of Social Security funds, and this document presents a new approach to addressing these concerns. What's particularly interesting is how the document approaches the issue of early retirement benefits. The traditional penalties for taking benefits before full retirement age are being reconsidered, and new options are being proposed that could give beneficiaries more flexibility in when they choose to start receiving their benefits. The reaction from various stakeholder groups has been mixed. While some advocacy organizations are celebrating these changes as a victory for seniors, others are expressing concern about the long-term implications. The key question is, are these changes sustainable, and how will they affect the program's viability for future generations? One aspect that's generating significant discussion is how these changes might affect different demographic groups differently. The document includes provisions that specifically address disparities in benefit distribution and aims to create a more equitable system. This could mean significant changes for certain groups who have historically received lower benefits. The impact on current workers who are still paying into the system cannot be overlooked. The document includes several provisions that could affect how future benefits are calculated and what current workers can expect when they reach retirement age. This has led to intense debate about intergenerational fairness and the long-term sustainability of the program. Looking at the immediate future, tomorrow's payment changes represent just the first step in what could be a series of significant reforms. The question is, how will these initial changes set the tone for future adjustments, and what can beneficiaries expect in the coming months? The role of Congress in implementing these changes is crucial. While the Social Security Administration has some autonomy in making adjustments, many of the more substantial changes proposed in Trump's document would require legislative action. This raises questions about the political feasibility of implementing these reforms in the current political climate. What's particularly fascinating is how these changes align with various economic indicators. The relationship between Social Security benefits and factors like inflation, wage growth, and overall economic health is complex, and these new proposals attempt to create a more responsive system that better reflects economic realities. The impact on special groups, such as disabled beneficiaries and survivors, is another crucial aspect of these changes. Both the payment adjustments and Trump's document include provisions that specifically address the unique needs of these groups, potentially leading to significant changes in how their benefits are calculated and distributed. The technology aspect of these changes shouldn't be overlooked. The Social Security Administration is planning to implement new systems to manage these adjustments more efficiently. This could mean faster processing times for applications and appeals, as well as more accurate benefit calculations. What's particularly interesting is how these changes might affect those who are currently applying for benefits or planning to do so in the near future. The document includes several provisions that could change the application process and the criteria used to determine eligibility. The international implications of these changes are also worth considering. Many Americans living abroad receive Social Security benefits, and these new provisions could affect how their benefits are calculated and delivered. This adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate system. Looking at the broader economic context, these changes come at a time when many Americans are struggling with inflation and rising costs. The question is, will these adjustments be sufficient to help beneficiaries maintain their standard of living in the face of these economic challenges? The role of state governments in implementing these changes is another crucial factor. While Social Security is primarily a federal program, many states have their own supplemental programs that could be affected by these changes. This creates a complex web of interactions between federal and state benefits. The impact on employers and payroll taxes is another significant aspect of these changes. The document includes provisions that could affect how employers contribute to the Social Security system and how payroll taxes are calculated and collected. This could have ripple effects throughout the economy. The reaction from financial markets to these announcements has been notable. Stock markets have shown significant volatility as investors try to understand the implications of these changes for various sectors of the economy. This highlights the far-reaching impact of Social Security policy on the broader financial system. Looking ahead, the question of how these changes will affect future generations cannot be ignored. Will these adjustments help ensure the long-term sustainability of Social Security, or will they create new challenges that future policymakers will need to address? The role of private retirement savings in light of these changes is another important consideration. How will these adjustments affect how Americans plan for retirement, and what role will private savings play in complementing Social Security benefits? The impact on healthcare costs and Medicare is another crucial aspect of these changes. The document includes provisions that address the interaction between Social Security benefits and healthcare expenses, potentially leading to significant changes in how beneficiaries manage their medical costs. As we wrap up this breaking news update, it's clear that these changes represent a significant shift in how Social Security operates. The combination of tomorrow's payment changes and Trump's signature on this crucial document could mark the beginning of a new era in Social Security policy. Remember to share this video with friends and family who might be affected by these changes. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay updated on any new developments. Drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'll be responding to as many as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with more breaking news and updates that matter to you.